Dynamic banter. Mike and Steve are gonna do bits and have some fun. Dynamic banter. Honking horns and ringing bells and making good. Dynamic banter. Don't forget the history road on Dynamic banter.
That's the best part, dude. If you have like 3 spots in a night and you have something that you like just thought of that day, you could tweak it a little bit and maybe it'll work a little bit more by the end of the night.
Well, that's the other thing is like that you learn being a stand-up for a little bit is that like it's a lot of doing the same joke and getting it better.
Yeah.
Like,
and then putting stuff on the internet and having people be like,
yeah, oh, that was great.
Oh, is this open mic?
Yeah.
Like, no, this is 7 years.
That Nicole Kidman joke took me 7 years. And then she stopped doing the thing.
And that's not my fault. It took me 7 years to talk about goop.
Can I ask you guys a question right off the top of the bat here? First of all, welcome to the show. Everyone, welcome in. Come on in. Everyone, take a seat. We're just getting started.
Everyone start a fire wherever you're at.
Yeah.
Get cozy.
We sure didn't start it. Ain't that right, Billy Joel? Where are you at, you little piece
We
of
didn't
shit?
start the fire. Or
Where
if I
is
was
it? Oh, here he
Steve,
is.
we didn't start the fire.
No, we don't even look. We've got Billy right here.
Stop lighting the audience. Why does it always seem to hit me in the middle of the night? Stop it.
Did you know about that? Did you know that he was performing? He was performing in like
Soviet Union?
Soviet Union.
Yeah.
And the light was on the audience, and he's like singing his like hit song, and he's like, "Lights are on! Stop! Turn the lights on! Why does it always have to happen in the middle of the night?" Listen to this.
Stop lighting the audience. Why does it always seem to hit me in the middle of the night?
It's really good.
Stop it.
Stop it! Stop it!
Let me do my show, for Christ's sake.
If he had only learned a little bit of Russian,
Welcome to
I
the
think he
show.
wouldn't have had any of these problems.
I think he was rushing through the show, maybe. Guys,
Why do we gotta start a winner band? Gonna burn it tonight.
Niet with the lighting.
Guys, welcome to the show. I'm so happy to have a wonderful man in the studio today. Good friend, old friend, one of our first guests ever on the show.
First friend we've ever had.
First friend.
First dual citizenship friend.
Guys, okay, movie idea. First friend. Kevin James is assigned to be the friend of the president.
Okay.
Okay? Because the president doesn't have any friends.
Yeah.
The president is Adam Sandler.
Oh, we're in. Oh, my God.
Yeah. And the chemistry is off the charts.
It writes itself.
It writes itself, which is perfect because we're in a strike.
Absolutely. That's what we need to write itself.
ChatGPT writes this movie.
So the president's the first lady.
That's the only movie I'll allow ChatGPT.
And who's the first lady? Let's get real creative here.
Oh, it's got to be a super hot, famous. Who's hot and famous?
like
right now?
Sofia
Robbie.
Vergara or like.
But like old, yeah, it's got to be like a Sofia Vergara.
yeah, because she'd be a great first lady because she's got that accent. And
She
so
does have an
We've
accent.
never had really a first lady with an accent, have
Melania
we?
Trump.
I don't know who that is.
I don't recognize.
I actually don't hear that.
Stop
Nick, I'm not sure who that is.
Niet with Melania. Niet.
But I will
Was it
say
Ivanka or Melania? I
that
get them confused.
so
Oh,
she-
no.
So
she-
yeah.
first lady's worried. First lady's worried about her husband. He's so focused on his work.
And he's bombing the wrong countries.
Totally, he's making big mistakes.
And you can't make a mistake.
He's
like
giving
that.
he's giving food to warring countries and bombing
and the
hungry
election's coming.
countries
Dude, now I'm thinking maybe we get Sacha Baron Cohen
to be a foreign dignitary,
instead of Adam Sandler
to be the
to be
president.
the president.
That's
Whoa.
a choice. I think you got to go.
Maybe
Sandler.
it's more fun if it's Sandler.
It's got to be.
Maybe
'cause
it's
that's-
Bruno as the president.
Gets too political. Maybe it's too political.
too political.
But Sasha's got to be like a dignitary.
Yeah,
or
he's a
something.
dignitary.
Yeah.
He's a chief of staff.
Oh my God, dude!
Yes.
And he's the one that hires like Kevin James.
Yes.
And it's like secretly there's like a whatever, some kind of subplot where it's like kind of evil or whatever. But there's got to be that scene where Adam Sandler realizes this guy isn't his real friend. He was paid to be his friend.
What was a spy?
Well,
Well, he's just
maybe-
not really his friend.
He's just not
Oh,
really his friend, and he's
yeah.
like, "No, dude, listen. Maybe it was a job at first, but now I really think that we're best pals."
Yeah.
But
and then
there's a
they
whole-
pledge to give all the money that he's made being his friend to a different country, and they give it to the wrong country.
At the very end, they give it to the wrong country, and it starts another war.
So
I like it.
and all these innocent people.
And
It
then
really
the-
opens
and
us
then
up
you
for a sequel.
And then you realize he is his friend because instead of the Secret Service saving him, he saves him.
Whoa. Whoa.
So the real
Friend
friend was the president we met along the way.
Long.
Maybe that's the tagline. The real friendship is the president they met along the way.
Re-elect friendship 2027.
I like it. Re-elect friendship.
Wow, that's great.
Re-elect friendship.
That's good.
Guys, this is some dynamic banner.
I wish we could write this.
We've
Too
done
bad we
it.
can't. Guys, welcome to the show. I did want to ask something right off the bat, and then we can get back
we're a
into
half hour into this bat.
we can get loose right after this if you want, but I want a little structure right off the top.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about how awesome it is to have you back. Obviously, it's so great having you
is so
here.
good.
The energy in the room is already elevated.
Yeah, it's
obviously.
better than that foreign kid from it.
Oh
Sure.
God, that kid.
Sure. Dude, not only that, but I think it's palpable what we feel in here today. Kevin passed out in the corner 20 minutes ago, and
Passed
we
away.
haven't looked at him once. And I think that's a testament to what we have going here at this table.
That's what he looks like to me all the time.
That's not a concerning amount of blood.
Kevin
though.
looks like he's passed out standing up doing stuff.
That's an amount of blood that doesn't need an ambulance.
Who do we call? Who's after the
This
corner?
is fine. We just put a towel down.
Let's get the carpenter.
Okay, so dude, I love it. Let's make that movie. It's called The Carpenter, and it's like so very obviously Harrison Ford.
Yes.
But it's like just about like a drug
It's
dealer
Kevin
in
James.
Hollywood.
What movie can't
Also-
Kevin James?
It's also very obviously Kevin James.
Overweight kung fu comic?
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Dude, Owen and I were working on a movie called Bear Patrol, where Kevin James was like, he works for like the Antarctica, like bear, like he's like the wildlife safety guy.
Yeah, sure.
And the cops think he's like a joke. He loves playing that guy, the underdog who gets laughed at,
Yeah.
because he's just that guy.
What's the thread? Like, what do you have to be to, if you're like a 13-year-old actor and you're like, I want to be Kevin James?
Gain weight,
Yeah. You got to
Learn martial arts.
learn
Learn
martial
martial
arts.
arts.
He's really good at martial arts.
And honestly, dude, this can't be learned. You got to have like a lot of charisma.
So charisma, so good social life, a skill that doesn't look like you would have the skill.
Yes.
Also, no facial
fat.
hair, because
No
facial
facial
hair
hair.
is no facial hair.
He
is
hasn't had
non-threatening.
facial hair one
It's
time in
not
his career.
threatening. Yeah.
In his whole career.
Mustache.
Think about
Paul
think
Blart
about
mustache?
Chris Farley also.
Am I
Farley
thinking of a
never
different
had
guy?
facial hair. Farley
Until
never
the
had,
end, yeah.
That's a weird old Hollywood thing.
but
It's-
John
it's-
Candy had a mustache
Yeah.
for a while.
But it's not a thing anymore.
No, I don't think so.
Dude, his last movie he had a beard, and it didn't do great.
that's
Chris
but
Chris
not
Farley.
in a movie.
Not because of
Oh,
that.
Chris
maybe.
Farley?
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Paul Blart mustache.
Paul Blart mustache cop.
Paul Blart
mustache
mustache. But you
cop.
know what, dude? But listen, I'm
You just
telling
used
you,
every word he had.
when-
Paul Blart
Paul Blart
mustache.
mustache. Let's write it down. So, okay, here's the question I wanted to ask you guys.
Oh, jeez. Top of the show.
Malcolm
Thank you.
Barrett.
Top of the show. Top of the show.
We okay. So the moon.
Oh, I didn't know we were gonna go science.
The moon, as we know, affects the tides
No one told you this is a science podcast?
of the ocean.
I'm learning.
right? Like the moon affects the tides, the ocean tides.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
those
gravity-
are the tides that
That's
it
right.
affects.
That's right. Not the tides of March.
And menstrual tides.
The ocean tides.
Yeah.
So, the ocean's gravitational magic affects the oceans. Okay, so why do you think that if the moon can affect the oceans in such a way, do you think that the moon can affect body chemistry in some way? Because we have water in us.
Sure.
We are also at the mercy of gravity, the gravitational pull of the
We
Earth
are
and
of our
such.
environment.
Absolutely. And they even say sometimes when like a moon, like last night,
Blue moon.
it was a blue moon, and it was like
Super moon.
super blue moon, and it was like a little like, you know, it's indiscernible to the human eye, but I guess it was a little closer to the Earth.
Yeah, you could touch it. Did you know
Normal?
that?
Yeah, Jim Carrey style.
Well, you're supposed to keep your hands inside at all times.
That's true.
So I wouldn't touch it.
I went outside the other night because someone was like, "Hey, the blue moon is happening." I was like, "Oh, all right." And I went outside and looked at it, and I was like, "Oh, I don't really look at the regular moon, so this means nothing."
Dude, I like when the moon looks crazy, but you don't know, like, you didn't expect it.
Yeah.
Like, you're driving home from San Diego, and the moon is, like,
Yeah.
big and red, and you're like, fucking awesome.
It's like over the freeway.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
But
if
like
the-
got dressed up that night.
Yeah.
Whoa, hey, moon.
Dude,
Hello,
you do get
moon.
surprised by the moon sometimes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You ever
Creeps
get
up
made
on
horny
you.
by the moon?
Made horny by the moon.
This goes back to your question.
Yeah, I mean, because, okay, so, the connective tissue is this. So, last night we were talking about maybe we didn't sleep so well collectively
Yeah.
in the same bed. Maybe we were tossing
And prepping for the show, we
were
slept in the
tossing-
same bed. Big
this
deal.
is what we do with every
Don't
job.
get caught up on that part of the story.
This is why the show works.
It's a sleep number.
It's weird because we all keep the bed on different sleep numbers.
Yeah.
It's the three of us.
Yeah, and it works.
But it's important that
like
there
a
are-
Fibonacci.
It's important. It is important. But I think that
Mine's
maybe,
at 12.
maybe we couldn't sleep very well
'Cause of the
because
moon.
there's some moon stuff going on. You guys think this could be true?
Maybe.
No.
So let's all tell our sleep stories from
Let's
last
go to
night.
the phone line.
Malcolm immediately shuts it down. No. What else?
Well, hang on. Let's see who's on the line here.
This is a serious message.
Oh, we got a beetle.
Peace and love.
Okay,
Peace
thank
and
you.
Love.
Thanks
What's
for
going
coming.
on, Ringo? What's up?
Please,
Yes, I know. I hear you.
Please.
Yes,
Do you
I
think
heard
the moon
you.
affected our sleep last night?
please. I'm warning you with peace and love, but I have too much to do.
Okay, well, he can't really talk right now.
Can you
Listen.
give us anything about the moon at all?
No more fan mail.
Got it.
All right.
Thank you, bud.
Thanks. What? He sounds like he's doing an accent.
Huge honor. Technically, yeah. I think so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dude, so last night, Zoya told me I was whimpering in my sleep. I told you guys
See, and that
pre-show.
made me think of it too a little bit.
And I don't know another time in my life when I've done anything like that.
Have you
Gotta
ever
be the
whimpered?
moon.
Have you ever whimpered?
I
at
whimpered
all?
in awake times. I like to be around when I'm whimpering. I like to feel it,
I like to be aware of
like
it.
Feist.
I also like to be aware of things when I'm whimpering.
Thank you.
This isn't doing anything for us.
What's going on?
What is that? Your piano? Your
I
tiny
think we've
piano?
I think we've lost.
Oh my gosh, this was your whole shtick we talked about at the time. You having all these buttons.
This one is usually fine.
Space noises?
I'll just do my famous voices a la Michael Winslow. Look, it's a helicopter. Is that? Look, it's a machine gun. Look, I'm doing cards. I'm shuffling cards. A lot.
You ever shovel 10,000 cards?
Huh?
Pretty good trick. Was this your card?
Was this your card?
There's no way.
What?
And there's no way. You know how impressed you would be?
You nailed it.
If somebody pulled the Jack of Spades out of
10,000 cards. That was amazing. It was a Jack of Spades.
It was pretty good. It was behind your ear the whole time.
Oh my god.
So anyway, yeah, I was whimpering in my sleep last night.
Why do you? I told you your wife shouldn't have woken you up.
I know. Let me whimper.
It's not real. It's sleep.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, just let it happen.
I've heard her do that, and it's terrifying.
Do you wake her up? You
Well,
you let her go.
She was trying to get to sleep, and she was whimpering on her way to sleep. No,
that's different.
I was like, okay, you
Whimpering
all
like a dog?
She was like, yeah, I'm fine. Because you wake up and you're not thinking what you were thinking.
No.
I wasn't having a dream. I was just crying.
Yeah. What's the big deal?
What's the big deal, dude?
Just crying.
I was crying for no reason. I've got a lot going on. No particular reason.
I got really emotional recently.
Oh, you don't
watching
have to share.
something.
Oh, okay.
It was like a Muppet thing,
yeah.
and I was just like, "Oh, Muppets."
Is this your card?
Penn and Teller. Thousands. It's the moon is calling you.
To the moon? Are we going to the blue moon?
It sounds like it's broken, but I can't tell.
Is the audience enjoying this?
Researchers believe our internal biological rhythm.
What is this show? I've been doing this show for 11 years.
There it is.
I've been doing this 11
shit.
years.
Yeah.
To the day.
Do you guys have topics?
I think we finally figured it out. We did. I think we really hit our stride in year 11.
Like,
Yeah.
like a comic on its.
Do you remember
38th.
Yeah.
those bistro style olives?
I do
that
remember. Huge episode.
That was when we
Because-
didn't know what the show was.
That's what we were figuring it out.
And now we got it. It's about space.
It would have been nice if we had bistro style olives, but
For
whatever.
this one.
I can see what we have.
We're
I
high.
just bring out random jars of stuff for you to eat.
I believe on one of the shows, Malcolm, we were trying to be like offering food, snacks,
Bistro style olives.
and we had bistro style
That was
olives. and
didn't
that
you
was
name the
it.
episode
Yeah,
that or
bistro
something?
style
And I
olives.
never listened to it.
And it was like,
You're really missing out.
but does bistro style olives just mean like a liquid vat with olives in it?
It
'Cause we had
means-
to reach into like a.
It means in the
pond.
style of a bistro
You
Bistros
mean
are
to-
underwater.
You mean to tell me
that we still haven't figured
you've
out.
never listened to yourself eat olives on a podcast?
Well, I've got news for
And
you,
you're
buddy.
just comfortable? Maybe that's why you're not sleeping. I would give it a shot because I think we were really onto something then. I think we're onto something now.
We are.
Researchers believe our internal biological rhythms may be linked to the moon's cycle. Changes in sleep can have dramatic effects on your overall mood, causing irritability, decreased concentration and focus, impatience, and elevated levels of stress hormone cortisol. What? What is it saying?
It doesn't say scientists, right? It says researchers.
Researchers, which could be
Yeah,
anybody.
that's not
Show
a
me.
thing.
I went to the library when I was
What do they
9.
dress like?
That made me a researcher.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing.
What are the names of the researchers?
Aaron.
What are their numbers?
Yeah. Where's your
Dave.
Yeah, cite your sources.
I'm not listening to anyone named Dave about the
Dave
moon.
and Aaron said.
Somebody on Reddit. Actually, David Duchovny is a leading scientist.
It says that there is no absolute proof that the moon affects human mental
You
and
actually-
physical health.
You actually don't even need the word absolute. You can just say there's no proof.
There is no proof.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Huh?
Dude, imagine if everybody was mentally affected. Like if everyone on Earth didn't sleep well last night, or if everyone on Earth was moody, there would be no more Earth.
They do say that you weigh a little different when the moon is like in certain cycles.
Who says
More or
that?
less.
More researchers.
That's science. No, that's science. That's science. That's science.
Science
Let's find out.
researchers.
It might be because of the gravity,
Let's
right?
see.
Like your height's a little bit different in the morning.
Doesn't
Yeah.
the moon pull menstrual blood out of women?
Yes.
directly
And it
out of them.
screams while it's doing it.
And it
It
goes,
shoots towards the moon.
and then it yells, "It's your fault!"
Yeah. You did this.
Fucking moon.
How much does the orbit of the moon affect my weight? I couldn't give a shit, actually.
Damn. Damn,
Did
interesting.
you started the question.
I'm less interested in like the physical changes
And you're more interested in the
And
mental,
mental
ones.
and emotional.
and potential internal
Emotional.
emotional.
Do you think gravity affects your emotion?
No, probably not.
Are you happier in a tall building?
No, I'm uncomfortable in a tall building.
That is a great follow-up question.
Thank you.
That was an excellent follow-up.
Kind of my
I'm
whole thing is
definitely
follow-up
uncomfortable
question.
in a tall building for sure.
Yeah.
I do not like
How do you
being
how do
up high.
how do you feel laying flat?
Love it.
Okay.
How do you feel laying flat but on the earth?
Dude, honestly, it's all I want.
How do you feel about laying flat but at like 30,000 feet elevation?
Okay. Well, as a matter of fact, I did have the privilege of trying out a first class seat on a plane once, where you could like
Lay all the way down.
lay
Business
down.
class.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
you guys don't do that a lot.
No, I've never
Yeah.
known it. And honestly, after
Sweet.
I think I may have told you this. After I did that, I was like, this just shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Because not everyone has access to this absolute comfort.
Or all the seats should be like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There should be
Or-
4 people on a plane at once.
Or people with money.
Oh, that's rich motherfuckers.
Dude, well, what's unfortunate is that, and I'm sure there's a longer, more
I'm a
involved answer,
populist, guys.
but Comfort is like people have been selling us comfort since the beginning of time.
Comfort
You know?
women.
I can think of other example. I was gonna say down pillow,
Yep.
Chairs, just chairs in general.
down chair.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
Like a regular chair, like school chair that you would sit in class is different than a recliner, different price point.
Yeah.
Wait.
Look it up.
Is
I'm
this
almost positive.
research or science?
Look up folding chair, metal folding chair, price. And then look up Serta Perfect Sleeper chair.
The folding chair prices are going up since the Alabama riverboat battle.
Absolutely.
Those
This
are priceless
seems like
artifacts.
adequate protection against something.
Dude, I'm saying
Fights.
thank God for wrestling, is all I'm saying. I think wrestling has helped a lot more people's lives than it has destroyed, and I have no proof.
Okay.
To back that
That's
up.
fair. I tell you, I was on the first time I went on a first class flight. I felt very much like the Fresh Prince in the pilot episode where he's like wearing his cummerbund wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I literally, I was on the plane. I think I've told this story. And there's like this little like sort of long rod with like a wide mount at the end of it. And I was like, oh, it's a microphone to call the stewardess, you know, or whatever, flight attendants that they're called, because it's the
Air waitress.
The air waitress. And and I go to speak and I realize it's a light.
Yeah. Yeah. I usually put it in my mouth and it shines out my nose. Like,
Feels warm.
I was ready to spit lyrics. I was like, oh, this is for when you freestyle.
like, oh, this is the speaker system.
I was like, oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is what the captain pops into.
Dude, the captain comes and
Yeah.
like grabs you.
Yeah, just real quick.
I was like,
We're flying over Houston, actually.
I was like, maybe they do like a lottery, so whoever wins, they get to do
do the
the
announcements.
captain's announcement.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with the towel they give you.
I probably definitely didn't know at the first because I was like,
I was like wiping my
I
hands.
think I wipe my
with
hands,
it.
and you're supposed to like put it on your face
On your
and relax.
face. Yeah.
And I, to this day, I'm pretty sure I just be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
throw
Man,
it
it's
away,
nice,
throw it
though.
at the
I
guy.
put it right down my pants.
Yeah. I still have a bunch down
I
there.
wrap my penis in it.
Okay, it's just the one towel,
Just one little guy. One little square.
the little hand towel.
Oh, yeah.
And I give it a little. I
Tuck it twice.
Give a little and then I tie it
I
up.
tie it off.
Tie it up. The rabbit goes through the hole.
It's kind of nice. Trust.
I believe.
Dude, first class is that's where
First
it's
class
at.
is-
I had an embarrassing poor guy situation at a country club recently. I went to play golf as the guest of a friend who's doing great. And at the turn there's 18 holes in golf. At hole 10 they had like a snack whatever, and they were like grilling hot dogs, and I took a hot dog.
That's
and then I took
wonderful.
my money out and I like went to go pay, and the guy in the booth is just like washing dishes, like looking at me and like organizing shit. And then my friend who brought me is like, what are you doing?
Damn.
So I'm paying for the hot dog. He's like, if you have a question, just ask me.
Wow.
And I said, man, I really got to get some more jobs.
It was an open hot dog bar?
You just have, and they were like, maybe, I don't want to exaggerate, best hot dog I've ever had in my entire
Dude,
life.
I
You got
would-
like gourmet.
You gotta
hot
tell
dog.
me if capitalism doesn't exist anymore when we're at whatever area we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice to be, you know what? It was nice to be surprised by it. And like, I'm thankful that I'm experiencing this, but also it doesn't feel right for who I am. So I can only have a certain amount of money and I can only be certain places.
It's like an open bar, kind of. You're like
the
afraid.
whole place. Dude, I think a country club is just a big open bar that you spend
an
$5,000
open
a month at.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
There are old guys in the clubhouse just being there.
Yeah, I don't know why.
They be there and they drink brandy like all day and they smoke inside. And they're like, this is our
life.
clubhouse. This is where we're at.
I remember I don't have I get scared of opulence because I grew up not having a lot. So I think I do
Yeah.
that same sort of thing where
Feels
I'm like,
unnatural.
I don't want to buy too many things or have too much stuff. But first class is still my thing. And I think it's because of all the white people I walk by that don't expect me to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. You sit down like,
Still
you
my
put it in your
favorite
seatbelt like this.
feeling.
You don't even say it. Where are we going?
This is my favorite time. One time there was this like white dude. There's like a bunch of people going. He's like, you know how these people are, man. Look at them just like going out there and like whatever, man. We got to struggle and do all of this, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I know, yeah. And then I like go and I sit down And first class lines up first, and you can see he comes onto the plane and he's just doing his thing, and then he looks at me, and I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. That's your fault for
Guess
assuming.
I just gotta get on the plane and fall asleep. Well, I guess I'll be sleeping soon. I guess.
I drew him like a solidarity fist and then watched Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Sure. Yeah.
For
Did you want to
free.
see if he really
And
had
relaxed.
a mustache?
Yeah, and then relaxed. Back.
Dude, but it's like I will I'll do that to be rested for wherever I'm going. Like if you need to go somewhere and like perform and be good at your job, you can't have like an uncomfortable flight can fuck up your week.
This is how I knew that I am a type of person that clearly looks very frugal. Is that I'm talking to a buddy of mine who's on multiple TV shows and does super well. And I was like, yeah, you can get first class. He was like, do you get a first class ticket every time you fly? Because he didn't. I was like, yeah, man, every time. He's like, oh, maybe I should rethink it. Like he looked at my life.
Yeah.
It was like,
now you're the
he was like, you're getting first class tickets every time.
Well off guy.
Like he was like, oh,
dude. Next time you see him, he's like no shirt, Tommy Bahama shirt. He like big song. He always has a pina colada no matter what.
Like, I never want to be the guy where someone goes, I gotta start living my life.
Yeah.
He's like, have you ever heard of the Bahamas?
Dude, I won't do it if the flight is like under a certain amount of time. Like I've wasted money on first class flights for like an hour and a half trip, and I'm like, I could have just sucked it up.
Dude, that was my first class flight.
I get it.
Fuck that.
I get it. And then there's being comfortable.
That my first and only first class flight was a very short flight back from it was like American Airlines, like we did an American Airlines thing or something, and they like hooked us up. Not there,
No.
but on the way back.
If we go on vacation together, first class for me, and you should think about getting first class for
I
yourself.
would think about it. What? And I could look over at you and be like this.
Yeah.
And you'd be like,
And I'd be like, I'll send a drink back. And I'm not going to say no because
we can't.
You can't
do that.
Because then we'd have to do that for everybody.
I would totally do that. I would get the whole cabin drunk if they allowed. Like, give me these free.
Dude, did you know the
camareñas.
flight attendants
That'd be
are
so fun.
it says in the flight attendant book, it says do not smile past the curtain.
Wow. No smiles. It says stop your smiling now.
Dude, I've never seen a flight attendant smile until I was in first class. And they kiss you on the head.
They
kiss you on the
usually-
like, are you planning on going to sleep?
Yeah.
I can't
And
tell
they're
if
like,
they're
your dreams
happier.
will come true.
I can't tell if they're happier or if they just are paid to act happier.
Which
I
is
don't
fine.
know.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
I tell you, the best I ever got treated is I get the Dave Chappelle thing a lot. And so I was on a plane, right?
the Dave Chappelle thing.
I get the Dave Chappelle thing.
All the comedians get it.
All the comedians get that, right?
People
You
think
guys-
you're Dave Chappelle.
People think I'm Dave Chappelle.
Which is insane.
It's a weird thing, especially if you've seen him today.
Definitely. Like maybe Dave Chappelle in like
In like
half-baked.
95 or something,
Yeah.
but now he looks like he ate. He's the last Chappelle boss.
Yes. He's the head
Where you're
Chappelle.
fighting
He's the head
Chappelles.
Chappelle.
First you beat up the janitor from Half Baked.
Yeah.
And then he's like the double dragon.
Yeah.
You kill the head Chappelle, all other
Yeah.
Chappelles will die.
Yeah, that's how he looked. So I'm on the plane, and I'm sitting in the plane. I think in just regular, fucking coach or whatever. And the flight attendant's like, "Do you want to sit in the back of the plane?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm cool."
I don't know.
She was like, "It's there's plenty of room there. You'll be fine." And I'm like,
Just so no one can walk
or
past
I
you
don't
and
know.
bother
Well,
you.
first no, I had been asleep or I didn't notice, and so I go back and I go to the back of it, and then they're like, "You want to watch a movie?" And I'm like, "I don't know." They're like, "It's free." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, put a movie on." I was like, "Oh man, I think they may know who I am." So I'm like chilling. I'm like, "All right, this is pretty sweet." They're like,
Dude.
"You want some food? It's steak."
One of
you're
us
like,
brought
"Oh."
it for lunch, but you can have it.
I was like, "Oh, this is amazing."
Were you like, they think I'm someone else at that point?
I know, because here's the thing: I still had a career, and I still be holding out hope.
Fuck
Right? So I'm like, this is pretty sweet, and I'm there, and it's a black flight attendant. She's like, "You ain't gonna move over?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm
She's like, you want a cigarette?
Come to our cigarette lounge.
We can smoke back here.
We go upstairs. You want to go upstairs?
Cigarette. You wanna go upstairs? Yeah, the cigarette room.
What about this light that has a cigarette? Watch this.
That's this.
She just rips it out.
That's not a real thing.
Yeah.
That's not a real
It's not
thing.
real.
That's for them.
Yeah.
That's for them.
Watch this.
Nobody cares.
You see, it didn't even go past.
You want to open the window? You can open the window. They don't tell you.
Just blow down the window. Yeah.
Hey, here's a parachute. Don't ask why, but you just take a parachute.
Dude, you don't want that. We're going to land at LAX. They're going to delay our gate. Jump out.
Pilot wants to know if you'd like to fly the rest of the flight.
So I'm sitting up here. She's like, I tried to wake you up. You didn't wake up until that other woman woke you up. And I was like, oh, crazy. Because I don't really
Like, what's going
No,
on?
Yeah, I remember the other woman too.
And I'm still in my heart because I think I had the steak and there was a note on the steak. And I forget. I wish I kept that note. I got rid of it.
They
but
wrote
whatever
it in
it was, they wrote something and it had hearts over the eyes. Do you know what I mean? It was like maybe let's hang out later. I was like, they clearly saw my episode of Law and Order.
Yeah.
Criminal
I
Intent.
loved
They
it.
saw Nerd Court.
They saw Nerd Court.
Loved
Lost their friggin' mind. Right? So I'm sitting there. Again, the flight, I gotta not say waitress. I'm such an asshole. Complete asshole. So the flight attendant, she's sitting down. She's talking to me. She's like, you know what's one of my favorite sketches? And I'm like, tell me. She's like the one where it's like a slave and it's like the slave bloopers from the Roots.
From Chappelle
Roots.
Show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like from Roots. I was like, one of my favorite sketches.
You win with it.
I got a steak, a movie's on, my own aisle. They're letting me smoke and fly to Plachy.
They gave me a scooter. There's a scooter to go through all the... Yeah. Through the aisle.
Full live
With a little bell.
Wheelies all back and forth.
Move your elbow.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I definitely was like,
You don't think they would have taken all that away, would they have?
Because
they would have felt
it's
like
just
stupid
easier. It's
idiots.
just easier. Honestly, when people believe that much, they don't even believe you when you tell them it's not you.
Yeah.
That's true.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
they're like,
I
all
know.
right,
Yeah, okay.
all right.
They're like,
Yeah,
you
you're
know
not
what I mean?
him.
Yeah,
We got you.
They do that.
We got it.
That happened to me when I was at a strip club one time. They were like,
Best place.
You, Dave? I was like, no. She was like, are you? I was like, yeah. So I'm there and I'm like, clearly she thinks, but I don't lie, right? Like she's just like, that's my favorite sketch. I'm like, I love it as well.
I love that stuff.
Right?
Yeah, you can't lie.
And then she's like, the pilot's gonna want to say hi at the end of this.
The pilot comes out. That's not live.
So he's like,
Barrett.
he's like, it's Malcolm.
It's Malcolm Barrett.
Dude,
Dynamic banter. Right?
she's like, because the note was like, let's hang after the flight or some shit like that.
Oh,
like
yeah.
all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm freaking out, right? Because I'm like in the plane, like, please don't let anything, I don't know. Yeah. And then the flight's over. We're exiting.
Dude.
And she's like, they want to take a picture with you.
A picture.
The thing. And I go, I just came back from Ireland, and I don't like people.
That's the move.
You know what I mean? It's kinda
Perfect.
I'm a little off. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
And I could see the disappointment. And I just thought to myself, the weirder disappointment is going to be when you post this picture on Instagram.
Dude, imagine them.
And fuck me.
Dude, the best is like now they talk shit about Dave Chappelle to all of their
Everyone.
friends.
He wouldn't take a fucking picture with me.
It's a picture. We gave him
steak.
Dude.
He was wrong.
Oh, you watch the movie? You watch Paul Blart?
Yeah, watch Paul Blart, but you can't take a picture with me?
I ripped a family's baggage out of the overhead compartment.
That
so
was
he
the
can move
pilot
back
steak. You had the pilot steak. He said, give it to him.
I took a small child's insulin away.
there. Just to feel what it was like.
Just cuz.
You know you could do insulin up here, right?
Have you ever taken a picture with someone who thought you were Dave Chappelle?
Probably. Maybe.
That's so great.
If in a group, I don't know. Maybe. I feel like I feel like they'll just be like Dave, and I'll be like, no.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're Dave.
When they tell you.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That happened to me in the Middle East. Like, I was in the Middle East and someone thought of... What's funny is, like I said, I've been at the airport going through, like, customs or something like that. And they were like, you're the comedian? You're Dave Chappelle?
Wow.
And I'm like, you have
Look
my
at the
ID.
passport.
You have,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm like, it's Malcolm Barrett.
Just look at it.
And they're like, okay.
They think it's like a secret.
And I'm like, how do you take... Here's your fake passport back.
Go to the country. Go into the
Welcome to
different country.
Argentina.
How privileged do they think celebrities are to the point where they get fake passports?
Celebrities run the world.
Or maybe Dave Chappelle was my stage name, and
Oh,
my
yeah,
real
huh?
name is Malcolm Barrett.
Sure.
Wow,
Maybe
so
that's
that guy
a thought.
went home and told
That guy
his
was
whole
like,
family. I know Dave
so-
Chappelle's
That's kind of
I know
a
Dave
dude. That's a
Chappelle's real
lateral move. Dave Chappelle and Malcolm Barrett. That's a lateral move.
Yeah, you beat Malcolm Barrett.
Yeah. Very similar.
name? As a
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
Definitely
Same
lateral.
stakes. Like, that's like me being like Joseph Gepepi.
Yeah.
I'm Mike Falzone or Joseph
You didn't choose
Gepepi.
Falzone?
That's what I'm saying.
Gepepi?
My boy, I was telling my boy Tommy's in town. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hang out with my boy Falzone. He was like, that's a made up Italian name. He was like, you're
That's
so
a stage name.
He was like, you're so offensive.
Yeah. I'm going to hang out with my friend Jetty Spaghetti.
I was like, it's real. You got to go back to the show
Producer
format.
says it's time for ads.
I legitimately forgot we were doing something for a second.
This is the format I'm used to.
That's a great point.
Well,
There's only one ad, though.
there's only one ad.
Why?
Thank goodness we're not as successful, so we can get back to talking.
Guys, today's episode of Dynamic Banter is brought to you by Harry's. Really?
Somebody's tired of the ad music.
Should we look for that now or after?
No, it's Harry's. Very scary.
That'll be $15,000.
What video game is this?
This is our ad music.
This is the video game called...
We got to make money.
Advertisement.
Dude, okay, I thought of another movie. Another Paul Blart movie. It's called
Oh.
Calling All Blarts. And it's like a family reunion. A Blart
Yeah.
family reunion.
Yeah.
You like this?
No, nobody likes it. But keep going.
I
And
want to see it. I don't like it.
the guys that he caught, the terrorists from the first movie, plan to get rid of all the Blarts because they
Revenge.
want revenge.
Sure.
Wait, was he fighting terrorists?
I think it
in
was.
the first movie.
It was terrorists like
Are you
in
serious?
the mall.
Terrorists went to the mall.
They were gonna like blow up the mall.
I mean, that's
I think it was-
That's a good target.
Yeah.
Good mall, I guess.
It's solid
Who
ball.
gives a shit about malls?
Honestly, you should stop terrorizing if you're going after a mall.
Guys, and
get
if you're
beat.
listening, stop terrorizing.
guys, let me
Let's stop terrorizing.
let me talk to the Middle East and
get-
white kids who hate black people.
Pipe this through to everyone who
Can we
needs
call
it.
the
Stop.
Can we call the Middle East?
Yeah, give him a call.
Is it not terrorists? Burglars? Are we calling terrorists?
Hello, this is the Middle East.
Hey,
What
Mr.
am
Middle
I
East.
thinking of? The Reno 911 movie?
Hi.
Yes.
I heard there's some terrorism going down.
Well, there's some terrorism for sure.
I honestly don't want to overstep.
Who's this, by the way? Is this Dave Chappelle?
Close. It's my stage name, Malcolm Barrett.
Oh, I've heard of you. Give me a second. I got somebody on the other line.
Oh, okay.
Hello? Oh, one more second. What are my plants? Hello, Malcolm. You're on with the Middle East.
Wrong. This is Dave Chappelle, bitch.
Wait a minute.
No, stop that terrorism.
Is this really Dave Chappelle? I'm a big fan.
No, sorry. It's Malcolm.
Malcolm, you got me good. You have my attention. Give me 1 second. I got somebody on the other line.
Now, whether your ritual is minimal or elevated, you can level up your shave game with Harry's sleekest razor yet. Mike,
Yeah.
did you get a pack of Harry's
Yes.
stuff? So did I. Do you love it?
Yes, I love it.
So do
It's
I.
built tough. It's built Harry's tough.
If you want to get real tough, get Harry's.
You're going to have to chop your stuff up with Harry's. My neck has never looked better. We should give Kevin one. Kevin's a clean-shaven boy. Kevin, do you like to shave?
This is the most I've seen Kevin with hair today. Did he hit puberty the other day?
Yes.
I like it.
We've been monitoring his
I don't
puberty.
use any sort of products.
Their innovative design delivers the same great shave you expect with German-engineered blades. Jawohl. That glide across your skin. And a killer new look. Experience the latest and greatest in the Harry's Razor lineup delivered straight to your door for just $10 at harrys.com/banter. I'm talking sleek, sexy, smell good creams and lotions for your body. What I like is a shave cream that smells nice. I can put it down here where this buddy grows. I spread it out, and then I give her a nice clean scrub.
Again, I don't know why I keep saying yes to this show.
Why is there only one ad, you think?
Do you know?
You guys not getting more?
Kevin?
You guys aren't getting more?
Are the cameras in focus?
Is it because you guys do like ads like this? Shirts! I love them! Look at all the holes!
Take my money.
I'm gonna put something through this one.
Have 4 holes.
I'm gonna put another thing through this other one. Oh shit, it's on!
What if this shirt had 5 holes? So guys, Harry's is, we love Harry's here at Dynamic Banter because I like to shave regardless of what this big bushy beard looks like in its current state. There's areas that deserve a little prunge.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
And this is what Harry's gonna give you, dude. Harry's has the best shaving stuff. I've been using Harry's for years and years. That's the truth. No cap.
And that's what they're looking for.
You know what I mean? So, what are we doing again? Well, you're gonna elevate your shave with the latest and greatest in Harry's razor handle lineup today. Get your $17 craft handle starter for just $10 at harrys.com/banter. That's harrys.com/banter.
Yeah, my mind is lost. Drinking a Fanta with Steve and Mike. Dynamic banter. Plus I'm with K-Town. We in these streets. Dynamic banter. You hear the beat. And I don't mean vegetables or lettuce. So let us eat a sandwich before you let us eat feta. Yeah, tell me who's better. Shoo, the moon is moving, so is the weather. Yeah, watch how I arrange this. The moon is blue, is messing with my arrangements. Yeah, and the motion of the ocean. Are you new to that notion? Whew, I know we heard. This ain't scientists, this is research. I hope you know it. We coming soon, blasting off to the moon.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
We can sell that.
There was nothing imperfect about any of that.
You see? You gotta trust the process. It's a very specific process.
It is seamless. It's like we produced this.
I'm learning so
Holy
much.
shit. Here's the process. Sit down, start talking, ruin the ads, have a little song.
Absolutely. Less ads every episode. It means good.
No money, but we are having fun.
Oh, good.
There's no more money here, but we're
Good.
laughing.
Yes, we could
Good.
do this in an alley somewhere, I think. Give me 1 second.
So, we should figure out what this new ad music is, but should we do that in the history roads?
Well, it's time for the history road.
Well, that's what That's what I've been thinking.
Can I say shows? Can I say very important?
Whatever.
Dude, well, I want to say that tonight, as this airs, as we live and breathe in the
When
time
does
of
this
our
air?
Lord,
When does this air?
tomorrow morning,
Oh, that's nice.
me and Malcolm are doing the Surrounded Crowdwork show in the main room of the Hollywood Improv.
Oh, get out of here. It's in the main room.
Look at us. Yeah, it's in the main room.
And that's what we were thinking. We were thinking of this synergistic episode. Hypothetically, we were like, what if we had Malcolm on? The show is Friday, and then his show's Friday.
And then we can announce the show.
Exactly.
Do you
Are
guys
you
usually?
excited?
I'm very excited. Do you guys usually put out shows this quickly?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's always we
Really?
record on Thursday and we put it up Friday.
Really?
Yep.
I'm very excited to do the Surrounded show. A friend of mine, my buddy Tommy, was asking me. He was like, "Hey, that must be cool. You just insult everybody, right?" And I was like, "No, I think you got to think a little bit for some of it." So that-
Certainly.
There are
Some
people who do
yeah.
that, but it's not.
It always sucks.
It's not a sustainable experience. It's just something that happens when like comedians are kind of on their back foot a little bit
Yeah.
as a defense mechanism. You're like, well, I don't like seeing when somebody's like, hey, where do you work? And then you say where you work and you're like, fuck you.
Yeah. Oh really?
Like that doesn't work for an hour and
The
a half.
audience turns on you real
No,
fast.
Surrounded's the best when people make like genuine connections with
Yes,
people.
you're really good at that. I always find it funny. I feel like the good comics we try to say. I'm not a good comic. I do whatever. But I remember we were some. I feel like sometimes it works if the audience is begging for it. Like I remember we did a show and there was a guy in like a Michael Jackson jacket, and there was no comic that couldn't respond to that.
It's
Like,
weirder that we're not.
yeah, like.
Will Haynes,
The red one?
Yeah, he would
Dude,
wear that.
Like
really
everyone was
jacket.
trying, they were like, so you have it, dude. What is with that jacket? Like,
It's unavoidable.
yeah, it was too much. It was
Yeah.
the sun shining in your eye. Like,
Yeah,
it was
sure.
it was too much.
That's exciting though. I would love to see this.
I am very excited because I'm not the veteran that Falzone is. I did comedy maybe 20 years ago, and in the last 2-3 years, I just have a couple really good stand-up friends in a group, and they sort of dared me to do it, and then it sort of sparked an energy where I was like, I think I like doing this again. I think I love doing it. And it's just such an expression. Like as an actor, it's just like, I'm saying a bunch of words, I'm doing a lot of similar things in a lot of ways, and so it's a good form of expression. Like half the time I ad-lib or try and give things to shows I'm on anyway, so it's like a good, great outlet for me to come, especially right now since we're on strike. So it's been really cool, and Surrounded is great because I have to learn muscles as a stand-up, and like I remember my buddy Eric was like, you have a lot of dates, and I'm telling stories.
That's okay. That's what this is.
we love it.
Yeah.
This is your show, baby.
But I remember like when I first started, I did like 10 minutes, and I prepped for it for 2 months. Right, and then I did stand-up again with my buddy Eric like a month later, and the crowd was a little dry, so I cut it a little bit short. I thought I put it at time. And I was like, all right, thank you. Like, I didn't get the red light, so I was just like, all right, thank you, guys. And then Eric goes, hey, man, did you see a light? And I was like, no. And he was like, I'm sorry, audience. Malcolm doesn't know how stand-up works. He's got to keep going until he sees a light.
Right.
And I
People
was
like
like,
it sometimes. If you're like done, then it gives more time
I
for
think
the other
that's
guys.
not how it works, though.
If you're bad.
Yeah, if you're
doing
bad.
But if they want you up there,
Yeah. So
if you're
I-
likable,
Yeah.
people are like, no, go ahead.
So, but at the time, I was just like, I couldn't do it. So I was just like, I'm in my head doing half run over bits, like trying to figure like, oh, okay, blah, 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 I'm doing it. And I talked to Eric after. I was like, hey, man, I thought I did 10 minutes. He was like, nah, man, you only did like 6. And I was like, well, I recorded it. He was like, check the recording. And I checked. I did 9 minutes and 50 seconds.
Whoa!
And then, because he asked me to do more, I did 15 minutes. And then I was like, I did 15 minutes, man. He was like, oh, all right, well, there you go.
God damn!
But you have to. You have to, man.
Well, and that's the beauty is that because
Well, you don't have to run the light, but you have to flex you have to figure it out up there so you can.
You have to figure it out.
Yeah.
And now it's like way different where it's just like, look, I just did a show the other night. It was only 5 minutes, but I didn't even know how much time I had. But it was okay
you
because
could
I've been
sense it.
doing this
Yeah.
long enough to where I can mix and match and I can move jokes in and out and play it. And so like that's okay, great. And I wouldn't have had that ability 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know? And I
Yeah.
definitely Surrounded is one of the first shows I did when I started doing stand-up again. because I was just doing any type of stand-up. I was doing stand-up where it was just like, they'd be like, where you have no material at all, and they give you a word, and they're just like, dinosaur.
Sure.
And you're like, all right,
Got it.
let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever walking around a dinosaur, right? And
What's it do? Hey, fuck dinosaur.
Yeah. If there was one here right now, I'd fight it or something.
Anyway, what's the next suggestion?
you know what I mean?
I love when someone gets the light and they're like, they like don't know what to do. Like I've seen that a few times where like the light goes up and then they go,
Fuck.
all right, well, that's me.
Yeah. It's the best where they're like, oh, I only have a 5-minute joke.
Yeah.
Yes. Can't do that.
Like when I started, I had like my first 10-minute set. It was like I had these first couple minutes or whatever, and it was like my last 2 jokes. They're story jokes, and that's it. And that's what's gonna happen. And if there's a light that happens in the middle of that,
I'm sorry.
I think that's okay, right?
It's not. If you were on the show, you would not think that. If you were another comedian with the same dream waiting for your like 5 minutes, you would not be, let the guy finish.
red lights on. He's got to finish the bit.
There's nothing that like I'll turn my whole thought process on a person if I see them run the light. I'll be like, oh, I don't like you. I don't. You seemed fine in conversation.
But the light is like, sometimes it's just like you have a minute.
Normally
right?
it's like a minute or 2,
Yeah.
but you work that out before.
Yeah,
They're like, we'll light you at 2, and then you're supposed to know, like you do now. It's like you know what goes where to finish at a certain time.
Yeah.
Like
That's
if
part
it's
of
a
the puzzle,
minute
the whole
30, like, is that
Oh no, we're talking about blowing the light by like
Like,
5 minutes.
okay,
like if you're
yeah,
eating
yeah,
shit
yeah.
or doing
I
crowd
agree
work,
with that, yeah.
like if
Yeah, if
somebody
you're doing
starts
crowd
crowd work when the light goes on.
Hey, so where are
that's
you
like,
from? Yeah, you're
okay,
right.
so let's get into you guys. You've already gotten into it.
Now,
You were in it too much. Step out of it.
I definitely want to kill you if you start crowd work during the light.
So what's your guys' deal?
You guys ever have a red light?
Whoa, what am I supposed to stop? Anyway, you guys dating?
All right, Mike, what do you got, man? Give us your plug.
Oh, so tonight is the Surrounded Crowd Work Show. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Woo!
Tickets have done great. Thank you so much for anyone who's bought a ticket so far. On the 5th, it's Valley Poppins. You want to give your
That was
review
a
of Valley
great
Poppins?
show. I hope you like weed.
You could do that whenever you want. It's
Dude.
every Tuesday. It's established comics trying jokes in a 420 friendly environment at the Green Room
ready.
on Ventura.
Dude,
ready.
and it's like contact high. It's wonderful.
I like regular.
Everyone's high
Every
together.
Tuesday, but the second Tuesday of the month. So the next one is the 5th. On the 6th, I'm doing Motherland in Los Feliz. On the 7th, I'm at the Crow in Santa Monica. At the 13th, I'm at Westside Comedy Theater. Oh, tomorrow night, I'm at Westside Comedy as well. So come down. If you're in the Santa Monica area, you get easily offended by jokes, come to the Westside Comedy Theater. On the 17th through the 19th, I'm doing spots at the Stand in New York City. On the 20th is my homecoming show at the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut, 203.
Aw.
Suck it. On the 21st, Surrounded in New York City at the Stand. It's going to be so fun. On the 22nd, I'm doing shows at the Stand as well. I'll be there all night. So many opportunities. On the 26th, it's another Valley Poppins. On the 27th, I'm at Long Beach, Que Sera for Bear City. On 9:30, September 30th, I have a spot at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room. On October 3rd, I'm doing Valley Poppins again. On October 4th, I'm at the Setup in Santa Monica. And on 10/15, October 15th, we're doing Surrounded at the Siren Theater in Portland.
Show, for Christ's sake!
Why did you?
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get to Falzone.
Come out with me whenever. It's so much, dude. The last time we hung out at the Comedy Store was very fun.
I like it.
I'm also in a different position than I am there now.
Are you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Are you in a
And
better
it's kinda,
position?
I'm in a better position
Oh,
than I
okay.
was. It's not. I'm not in a worse position.
He gets free money.
Just so you know, I'm in a slightly worse position in life.
Just a little
Kind of
worse.
tiptoe around the bill. If you're with me, you're gonna want to maybe wear a hat down below.
I'm gonna dress like a superhero trying to hide his identity.
Yeah. And then when you're
Exactly.
somewhere else, you take it all off. You have a good time.
Mike gets free mozzarella sticks now.
Oh yes.
As soon as I walk in, they put one in my jacket pocket.
They're like, and do you want us to light it for you? No, I got it.
Dude, using a cigar cutter.
Yeah, they cut it.
You pull it away from the cutter.
Sweet Zella.
Okay, here's the last Italian.
It's got one of those like gold
really
stickers
is.
on it.
Yeah,
like those
yeah,
little things that-
yeah.
Like,
I love it.
someone
That's the
could
movie
sell-
poster.
Right? Oh
Yeah.
wow, the Italian, what do we call it?
The last
Pizza
Italian.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Oh, Pizza Apocalypse.
Mad Maximilian.
Pizza Apocalypse, the last Italian.
Yes.
Subtitle.
Obviously,
bitch.
colon.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait to start doing steroids for this movie.
All right, let's get into some
Dynamic banter.
history roads.
How do I still never know what's going on?
We don't. This is the part where Steve flies away for a second.
I'm out of breath.
I don't give a fuck.
Guys, I'm not allowed to promote any of my TV shows.
Don't you dare! But I'll watch them all.
Can we do it? You whisper it to me and I'll say it?
So just IMDb them
Yeah. Yeah.
and check my credits.
Dude, history. Can I just really quick say that I loved you in History of the World, the new History of the World?
History of the World Part 2.
That's right.
Can I say that? I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
Who the fuck from fucking
This was
SAG?
This was
Absolutely
before.
no one.
This was before, and there's no more.
Yeah.
There's no more press cycle on
No,
this
there's
show.
no
Also, by
sure.
the time this come out, the strike will be over.
Sure. Actually, in about now,
I think we solved the strike.
Get back to work.
Dude, congratulations.
But
We'd
I-
like to officially announce that the strike is over.
Yeah. Guys, that's why we had me on the podcast
That's right,
today.
because you were announcing.
To let
Yeah.
you know.
Malcolm's the new Fringe Russia.
But History of the World, Part 3.
Two.
Is it 2?
Oh, part 2.
Part 1 was the first one.
Well, part 1 was the movie.
Yeah.
And then part
There was a trailer for Part 2.
and
at
then
the
part
end.
2 was the TV
Part
show.
1 was the history of the world.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then there's like a weird trailer at the end.
There is.
For like the next season, and I don't know if they're doing. I can't tell if shows are popular. That's what's and that's why we're on strike.
Yeah, that's true, dude.
Honestly.
Release the plays. That would be so fascinating.
What?
And no way to tell if it was true or not.
What?
If people released like view counts for Netflix stuff and
They don't want
It's
it.
a whole. It's a whole. That's literally what we're fighting about.
Yeah.
It's just like that whole thing. Because like folks, we really have no idea how popular any of our stuff is, and that's how we like gauged how we negotiate.
yeah.
They say that they're like protecting some of the like
No,
larger,
it's just bullshit.
or there was like something about like the auteur filmmakers that they're trying to like, because if say like you get like a Fincher making a Netflix movie
And he gets 1,500 views.
yeah, and it's like Mr. Beast gets more views than a David Fincher movie on Netflix or something. Like they don't want to like piss off that director or insult that director.
No. It's well, one, it started by Netflix, right? Like
Right.
Netflix is the first. It's the number one streamer. It's really the only one that has the model that it has, is because the others are still holding on to TV models, which they should, because the streaming isn't that successful.
Agreed. Yeah.
But they just didn't have to because they weren't a part of that system. So there was, I mean, I'm sure they say whatever reason, but
Yeah.
they just didn't have to.
Yeah.
Like,
Who are they
so-
protecting? They're protecting
Well,
their
I think
shareholders.
it's two things, right? Like if because they're protecting shareholders, but it's also like a lot of it. The follow-ups, they built it like tech companies, right? And the thing about it is that that's all about stock prices, right? But the thing is, also, that's why there was a bubble. there was a bubble that burst, and now the same thing is happening, and they don't have nearly the resources or the output or the infrastructure. And it's not a better structure than what they've been doing in basic television and cable.
Right.
It's really only superbly working for Netflix.
Right.
So yeah, it is a thing. Like that's the thing. They're like, oh, it's protect stock prices, because here's the thing: the revenue is the same.
Sure.
The investments would be different.
Yeah.
So they hide the numbers. The benefit to hiding the numbers, I don't know what their official policy is, but the benefit to hiding the numbers is we don't have to pay success-based residuals, right? And then the other benefit is if I tell you it's going great, then I can raise stock prices and I can get more shareholders
So
and
it's
get
just
more investments.
manipulation,
It's
like
just
in the stock
yeah.
market.
That's why you do it. There's no other reason to do it. It was working fine. Everyone was getting paid. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone was getting paid less Like all of labor is continuously getting paid less,
Yeah.
which we should have struck when streaming became a thing. But
Right.
that's how
That's why
Hollywood
Harrison
works.
Ford
That's why Hollywood hates.
went from being a carpenter,
carpenter
to
To
an
an
actor.
actor.
Yes,
Yeah.
and why he hates Star Wars.
Do you think that Margot Robbie got like a kickback from like the $500 billion that Mattel made for the Barbie movie, or do you think she had a contract already and she was locked in to something? Like, does some big actor get like a bonus if the movie surpasses?
Depend. Yes. You definitely. If you're whatever actor who's worked out whatever contract, you can get. I'm sure you get a bonus. But what's funny is like, I saw a thing and it's like it was just like what the actors of Barbie were paid, and it was like Ryan Gosling, Simu Liu, and all this and blah blah. And then what folks don't realize is that the cast is made up of 500 other people who are not paid anywhere close to that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not. Yeah. And then you get to see how like hugely successful that movie is. Those numbers don't really get hidden. And so that it benefits the big actors and all of that.
But they've also been doing that in movies for a while now.
Forever,
They've been doing this weird thing where they're like, this didn't make any money, and
Yeah.
it's like the most. They're like, Harry Potter made zero, man.
Right.
We can't pay you. There's 38 of them.
Right.
None of them did
It
good.
seems like
We
a
shouldn't have done it.
We're really kicking ourselves.
We should have stopped at 2. We didn't do good.
I don't know. We should have stopped at the Goblet or whatever.
Right.
Books
whatever
are so
that
big.
was. We shouldn't have filled the goblet.
We really like books.
Well, I'm sorry that this is happening, Malcolm, and it sucks. And I feel for all of my working actor friends who are largely affected by this stupid shit. And I hope these greedy fucks come to their senses.
Yeah, they won't, but it'll be a fun ride.
Yeah, buckle up.
It's going to be interesting to see whatever the meeting in the middle is.
Yeah. We'll see.
I'm glad it's not on me. I don't have those kind of decision making.
And if you did, what would you do?
Yeah,
Eat a mozzarella stick in front of the Netflix headquarters.
And be like, I know, yeah, and smoke a mozzarella stick.
mozzarella
Yeah.
Just smoke.
Be having a hard time with the cheese. Like, I'll tell you another thing.
It's like pulling. Yeah.
These are my friends.
Yeah,
And a lot of these people work real hard. Oh,
Why
God.
is the Italian music playing? Why is the Godfather theme playing?
Who's paying the little guy with the squeeze box?
That's a Giuseppe. E Giuseppe is not a member of the saga.
Giuseppe doesn't have a union tie.
Absolutely.
I
not
like that.
Giuseppe.
None of your Italian accents are like
They're
amazing.
not great. No. No.
Yours
definitely.
is
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Oh, Giuseppe needed a pizza pie. Yeah, it's like a cartoon. All right.
I like that you really use finding it.
Yeah,
tried
it's
it.
mostly Italian
hands.
impression is in the upper body movement.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone do an Italian impression where they use their feet a lot. No one's ever like,
feet a lot?
I want the pizza.
Yeah.
Start tap dancing.
Stop in their feet.
They're balancing the dough like a
Yeah.
football.
Yeah, it's always hands.
All right. Well, someone
What? What is it?
says they made some ad music for us.
What?
I mean,
We have
we're in
high
desperate
expectations.
need of ad music.
I
We've
like
got-
the one you made with the William Dafoe.
Thanks, man.
voice a
Yeah,
lot. Willem.
I've been kind of like fucking
William
with
F. Dafoe.
we have fun with our ads
Sure.
on this show. I mean,
Sure.
that's just part of the
It's part of the fun of it all.
That's just who we are, man.
We have fun losing money on the show.
We have fun being punk rock over here.
It's fun.
That's Steve's intrusive thought alarm.
All right. That's why it's going off.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Whatever it is. Whatever it is.
Is this enjoyable? Does your audience like this? Your producer. What is your job title?
Tell us if you actually send us an email and let us know if you like this.
Yeah.
The producer
thumbs
hates
up.
it. I can tell you right now.
He's the one that does like it. So you got to get through. You got to get through Kevin to listen to this.
If there's
show.
anything audiences love, it's long, unending, unidentifiable sounds.
Sounds, yeah. In the night, mysterious. Like, what is this?
Driving home.
Somebody dropped their phone in the pool while they were listening to Dynamic Banter, I guess. And then they like pulled it out and like hit play, and it was our weird sounds, so they thought that their phone was like fucked for life.
I like that you took no lesson from that.
No lesson at all.
Yeah, sometimes we cost people $1,600.
That guy loved it, to be quite honest.
Did
I
he?
think. Yeah.
Do you guys ever just play Static for 5 minutes? Just
It kind of is.
We could.
It kind of just
I
is.
feel like we've done that.
Dude, if you did
We've had
it.
like a long silent end.
Oh, yeah. If you listen to our show like ×3,
Yeah.
like if you sped it up, it would just sound like static.
That's like doing drugs. Bad drugs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Let's listen to this song, eh? Come on.
I want to hear it, honestly. Do you guys have any new ad music?
Well, as a matter of fact,
Hold on.
There's almost no way to know.
someone here says, "Hey, BBB boys, this is my third."
Come on.
Where did that come from?
If you guys can't tell, all of us have just completely lost it. And
Yeah.
we don't have like a specific reason.
I'm sitting here daydreaming about when the podcast was good 10 minutes ago.
I'm about to take my shirt off.
Please take your shirt off. Please take your
Baby
shirt.
boy.
Shirts, but
Take
it's
our
new
shirts off for the end of the
shirts.
show. This is my third. Keep your shirt on, motherfucker. This is my third History Road.
It's
This
always actors. It's
boy
always-
says, "There it goes, belt's coming off."
Oh, hey, Nico! Play that music, boy!
Welcome to the Patreon. I'm wearing most of my clothes.
I would join you in the pants off.
Pants off, dance off.
But
Whoa, someone's been working out.
Now that's
You really do look good, Malcolm.
Thank you.
You do.
Thank you.
congratulations.
I've been starving myself unhealthily.
Don't do
So I
that.
think that's a bit of a key.
Okay.
Regular. You've heard of intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
This is regular fasting all the time.
Have you heard of intermittent starvation?
I've learned the intermission.
Something I learned from poverty.
Speaking of intermission, it's time for the show's intermission. Have you been getting headaches lately because you just don't
Haven't been eating
take
enough.
care of yourself? You're not drinking enough water. I'll tell you, it's been real hot out there lately, and we're very concerned about your health here at Dynamic Banter. So please, for the next 35 seconds, you are going to be silent while you drink some water.
I just got 250,000.
Man,
That's good.
I feel like this podcast takes place in Mousetrap, the board game.
All right.
Happening all
This is my third History Road. I'm now a born boy, becoming Horn Reborn Girl.
tight.
Whoa.
Tight.
That's not like a cis.
No,
Dynamic.
it's not. We don't allow cis questions on this podcast.
This is my third Herstory Road. I am now a born boy, becoming Horn Reborn Girl.
Congratulations. That's a 2-week horn to you.
All right. Good.
No question.
I sent the Orangutan Escape Story, episode 291, johnsellingstuff.com, johnstore.com. Dude, is that the name of an episode? That's insane.
That's the name of one of your
That is
episodes?
the name of one of our episodes.
John
it's
Selling
all
Stuff?
one word.
Do you have
John's-
any idea how alarming it is to hear something like that and have no recollection of any of it?
Episode 297, all one word, johnsellingstuff.com, johnstore.com.
You guys have been doing this at least 300 times. Huh?
It's close to 400, is it
Let's
not?
listen to a clip. Really respectful.
That would be so funny.
Then I'd be like into cars, maybe.
Dude, because then Dude, beautiful.
Is this a question? What is this part of the show?
Is there a question?
A long time to get.
Did we ever a moment of silence for water?
We did. It was
We did?
35
Okay.
seconds.
Just making sure.
Okay.
Wait!
I still
Wait!
got water. Let's hear this music.
Is this a question or music?
So they sent in the orangutan escape story on that episode, and the story about the lunch lady who made me pee in episode 307, Steve's big announcement. What was my big announcement?
you had to pee.
I had to pee. Here's a song so I can replace Neil Ghosh. Well,
why does
we're not
everyone
replacing.
hate
We're not replacing.
Listen, my friend worked real hard on some music, and
We
some
have
people
music.
just hate it.
Oh, they hate Neil Ghosh's thing?
Yeah.
Most people don't. We've had one person.
There's a vocal minority.
There was one person who
was
spoke
the name of my band.
completely out of turn. There was a person who spoke completely out of turn, had no basis for this piece of conversation, and jumped in and told us that music makes them want to unalive themselves.
Did they say that during a show?
They said it in an email
To our face.
to our face, to my eyes.
They said it into my eyes at a show.
They said it into my eyes on the computer.
All right. Well, so what is the alternative music we're thinking of?
Well, it says here also I saw Surrounded at the Stand in New York City and had a great time.
How much money would it take to make you spend a night in a cemetery?
Please hold your questions until we're through the history road.
Okay. Is this a segment?
They saw you at the stand and had a great time, but the waitress sat me across from a table full of Mike and his friends where it was nice and clear I was alone in my DB shirt and had to eat a delicious green lasagna and try my best to not scare Mike and leave him with a bad impression of me as a fan.
Yeah, just know that I was thinking about that the entire time.
And that's anxiety. Never said hi. So, hey, Mike, hope your dinner was yum. Okay, go listen to this shit. Fun surprise in there. Bye. Bye, I said.
Is that a woman?
It's a woman.
I knew it.
It
A
is
man
now, yeah.
becoming a woman.
Oh, becoming a young boy.
All right, here it is.
It's tricky to rock around, That's right.
Yeah, it's tricky. Okay, got this good ad music.
Little house.
Ooh, we got horns. Guys, this episode's brought to you by Butterfinger. Is it nobody's gonna ever lay a finger on my goddamn Butterfinger? We're talking crispity, crunchy, peanut buttery crunch.
Oh, this is good.
That is absolutely good.
I like this. This is rocket
ad
league
music?
music.
This is like the best ad music we've ever had.
Guys, if you're buying your tables at Martha's Tables, don't do that any longer. You can now buy it at Sal's Tables. Sal's Tables, we've always had a leg up on the competition.
Sal's tables have one more leg. That's a 5-leg table from Sal.
The only 5-leg table.
Hey, paisano, do you like a pizza pie? Please come on down to Giuseppe's Cheesy Pizza Pie. We have so many pieces. You're going to love how much pieces you get.
Hey, are you out of skeletons? Well, then come on by to Johnny's Bones and Stuff. We have the most premium skeletons available at low, low prices. If you've been getting overcharged for your skeletons, well, no longer. Johnny's Bones and Things has the best skeletons. We're bare bones.
No bones about it.
No bones about it.
Let the recently deceased become your recently
Design.
deserved.
I recently redesigned my house with the recently deceased.
Oh,
My mommy makes the best cupcakes. If you ever want them, you better come on down to Mommy's Cupcakes. We're talking the best cupcakes you ever dang had in your life. My mommy slaves every day making goddamn cupcakes.
hey, is your homeless trunk getting full? Too many bodies? Well, then try Johnny's Trunks of Homeless. The only trunks used for the premier homeless that you've been keeping in your home. Because they don't have family.
Who's listening to this?
Hey, do you need bullets? I've got so many bullets. My name's Joey, and I got bullets. I've got so many bullets. I'll tell you, I was gonna join the war. And so in anticipation of that, I bought so many bullets.
With the promo code BANTER, you get 20% off a handful of bullets.
I'll throw a handful of bullets into every package that you buy. Well, these are all caliber bullets. Are you out of bullets? And these are great Mother's Day gifts.
A handful of bullets for your mom on Mother's Day?
I think it works.
Well, I got bullets for every occasion.
I came up with, we got bullets for every occasion. Bat mitzvah, birthdays,
Bat mitzvah.
funerals, weddings.
Bullets.
Bullet school.
Bourbon.
Bullets.
Bullet school graduation.
Bullets.
We got bullets for kids.
Bullets.
We got bullets for dogs.
Bullets.
We got bullets for your grandparents.
Bullets. Grandma bullets.
So many bullets. I don't know what to do with all these fucking bullets.
Fucking bullets.
We've got like 7,000 bullets.
7,000 kids bullets.
I've got Legos.
I don't like this anymore.
We've also got Legos.
I don't like it anymore.
The kids' bullets and the Legos are in the same bucket.
You can't switch directions. Holy moly.
All right, well, thank you for that.
Bob's bucket of bullets and Legos.
Look at what your music did to us.
Save.
That's a save.
That's it. We gotta wrap it.
Well, what's this thing about? What's this?
We gotta wrap it.
Okay, all right. All right.
And that's why I have a producer.
We gotta.
I'm sorry.
We gotta
Well, guys, what a show.
Oh my god.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing the show tonight.
Hey, thank you for having me at Dynamic Banter. Thank you for having me at your Surrounded show.
Always a
tonight.
pleasure.
What do you got going on the rest of your day?
Probably striking, jerking off, and playing video games.
In what order?
Well, the strike starts at 9.
So,
That's fine.
you've been striking since you woke up.
You know what I mean?
Out there on the grind.
On the grind.
It's so hot out there.
It is very hot. That's why I wore this sweater.
Well, Malcolm, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, please go see Malcolm at the Surrounded Show with Mike Falzone at the Comedy Store.
Remember to IMDb
Improv.
me.
Hollywood Improv.
At the Improv. You knew that.
Remember the IMDb
I was
me
testing you.
to find out what shows I might be.
IMDb Malcolm.
Do some research for Christ's
Yeah,
sake.
I'm not promoting anything.
IMDb Malcolm at the Improv.
I'm promoting for Malcolm.
I am often on television.
Yes, that's true.
That's
Malcolm's
true.
in every third show. So he's going through a really tough time. Thank you for being here.
Ting.
Great fun show.
Thanks for coming, dude. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
And we just really
That was a HeadGum podcast.